Gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we're back, baby! We're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll. We get ready to set these drivers loose here for another wild evening of racing action on Peacemaker Gaming. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with us here for our first broadcast. Minus one broadcast, minus a tooth here. We just had a tooth pulled yesterday, so bear with us here as things are going to be a little bit tight, probably a little bit sore. It's going to make things a little bit more difficult up here in the broadcast booth for me, but we're going to make it work nonetheless. We're going to make it work nonetheless here in this one as we get these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here. We're going to get ready to set them loose. This is the championship night. It's not a replay. It is a different race. We're going to be doing it all over again. A little bit of deja vu. Obviously, we had a few drivers that ended up, unfortunately, missing last week's finale, including the man, the myth, the legend, Big Bacon, unfortunately missing out on that race as well. So we're going to run it back. We're going to do it all over again, give these drivers another opportunity. Unfortunately for most of the field, our pole sitter here in heat race number 1 is the driver that's going to pick up the championship no matter what. It is the QPR Speed Ranch Quill Racing. It is the 5.6 graphics ride. That is the Cocky Floyd Consulting 327 ride of Joe DeVries picking up that Piggles Promotions ride, picking up the championship here in the Piggles Ayers iRacing Paints Mud Run Championship. To his outside, you see the 5H ride. That is Chris Hill. Then you see the 99. That's the TNT Racing ride of Tim the Toolman Taylor. To his outside, you see the 226 ride. That is Carson Cherry. That's Flipper out there. It's the QPR Sweet Tea Gang Cocky Floyd Consulting 5.6 graphics Piggles Promotions number 226 ride. That is Carson Cherry starting there in position number 4. Starting in position number 5 in the TNT Racing number 88 ride. That is Cody Ernest. And then we're supposed to have Cody McCoy and Joey Brewer out there on the racetrack as well. These drivers are supposed to be out there running and gunning here in this first heat race, but looks like we're going to have 5 drivers ready to rock and roll, ready to go to battle here in this one. As you guys came here for a show, well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing here at the beautiful, beautiful USA International Speedway. I do apologize again if I do mess up some words or anything else. I just had a tooth pulled yesterday, so talking is still pretty hard for me right now. It's a learning experience. We're going to go green flag racing here at USA Speedways, the USA International Speedway, the home for this race this evening. Quickly, Joe DeVries out in front, down the backstretch, our champion here in the series, out in front, down into quarter number 3, nice and easy down through quarter number 4 as he's got his Speed Ranch 327 ride hooked up and ready to run here in this one. Already picking up the championship, but looking to try to pick up another checkered flag here before the end of the series. Chris Hill right there in position number 2 is the Dirty South Speed Shop Speed Ranch Cocky Floyd Consulting KR1 machine there in position number 2. Then Cody Ernest up into 3rd here. Cody Ernest, one of those drivers duking it out here for the 2nd spot in this championship. So the 2nd position is up for grabs here. It's pretty tight for these drivers battling for that 2nd spot. Big Bacon, Casey Sawich in position number 2 right now for the championship. He had a 2-point lead over this 88 ride of Cody Ernest. Shane Yates only a few points back there as well, only 6 points outside of that 2nd spot here for the championship. So a good tight battle here, and definitely the run that the the number 88 ride was looking to have here in this one. As quickly Cody Ernest up into 3rd, and he's already trying to work on the back bumper here of Chris Hill for position number 2, trying to work himself up towards the front of the field, trying to get all those extra points that he can to try to pick up the 2nd place finish here in the championship. So that's what the 88 ride's looking to do right now as he looks down and underneath of the 5 ride of Chris Hill. Just couldn't get the run that he needed there out of corner number 4. It's the 226 ride of Carson Cherry right there in position number 4 on the racetrack. He's looking to try to catch up to that 88 ride and maybe work himself a few more spots forward, as well as Tim Taylor back there in that 99 machine as the great and grind Memphis Grizzlies TNT Racing, number 99 ride right there. Then you see Cody McCoy in the 13 machine right there as well, as McCoy looking very good out there in that number 13 ride. It's the Helpton Gaming ride there in position number 6. But the white flag has been displayed, so one more time around here for our champion on the series. It's the 5-6 Graphics Speed Ranch Quill Racing. Donkey Floyd Consulting, 5-6 Graphics, Papa Mike Promotions number 327. Joe DeVries gonna pick up the checkered flag here in Heat Race number 1. Chris Hill there in second. You see Cody Ernest coming home there in position number 3. Carson Cherry there in position number 4. And Tim Taylor rounding out our top 5 there in Heat Race number 1. We're going to get ready here for Heat Race number 2. Woo! Chat, I'm going to tell you, it feels weird. I don't know what it, just the a tooth gone there, man. It just, oh my, it is a very weird feeling, and I can still feel my stitches in there, like moving around a little bit. Feels really weird, really weird. I'm not gonna lie, but we're getting through it. We're gonna work through it here throughout this one. Obviously, I may slur my words a little bit here and there. I'm not drunk. Just one of my big teeth back here, one of my big molars just gone. And, you know, only 1 day removed. It's still very new to get used to. So that's very interesting for us. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go here. Heat Race number 2 out there on the racetrack. Starting on the pole in the 266 ride. It's the Warrior Wraps 266, the main motorsports ride. That is Scott Burgess to his outside in the Papa Mike Promotions 5-6 Graphics QPR Sweet Tea Gang Speed Ranch Team and Speedworks number 67 ride. That is Ty Dickinson. Starting in position number 3 in the TNT Racing Premier Setups.com, the number 11 ride. That is Shane Yates, and to his outside is TNT Racing teammate. That is Stephen Barrow. Is Barrow there in position number 4 in that 45 ride. Starting in position number 5, that's Big Bacon right there himself. It's the McConey Setup Shop, Big Bacon Gaming, number 27 Access Bacon, starting there in position number 5 to his outside in the Race on Texas 727 ride. That is Mr. Zachary Clark. Bringing up the rear of the field in the Maine Motorsports 201 machine. That is Jesse Main, as Main starting there in position number 7. So we got them stacked up, racked up, and we are going to go back to green flag racing. Here's the green flag coming out for that 266 to Scott Burgess. Is Burgess out in front quickly on the lap pedal. Ty Dickinson trying to stay right there to his outside. Ty in that Sweet Tea Gang Speed Ranch Quill Racing ride right there in position number 2. But here comes the 11 ride of Shane Yates. Yates right there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Yates trying to jump up into position number 2 here. And here comes Big Bacon Casey Sawich right there in position number 4 and looking for more. Stephen Burrow there in position number 5 with Jesse Main and Zach Clark rounding out the field here in this one. Clark already missing a front bumper there. Some more contact. Casey Sawich collected. There's the 727 of Zachary J. Clark in there. In the 45 ride of Stephen Burrow also getting tied up in that one. Definitely not how Big Bacon wanted his second place hopes for the championship here. Maybe going up in the air right there as Shane Yates going to jump up into the top spot. So Shane Yates now our race leader here. He's got Ty Dickinson and Scott Burgess right there behind him. The Sweet Tea Gang ride, the 67 all over the back bumper here. Shane Yates trying to hang on to position number 1 on the racetrack. Ty Dickinson trying to jump up there and take that top spot away. Scott Burgess right there in position number 3. Jesse Main there in 4th. Stephen Burrow back in position number 5 with Zach Clark unfortunately getting tied up in a couple different incidences here. Has some pretty heavy damage on that Race on Texas 727 ride. He's there in position number 6. Big Bacon back there in 7 as that McConey Setup Shop 27X ride back there in that 7th position. Mr. Yates, though, out in front is the TNT Racing Premier Racing Setups number 11 ride. Out in front, leading the way here in this one. As the laps continue to click down in a quick hurry. Huge shout out here to my boy Papa Mike. Papa Mike in the house, coming in, showing the love. What's good, Papa Mike? Papa Mike coming in, showing the love. Jeff Dickinson, Justin Hopkins, Carson Cherry coming in, cheering on Ty Dickinson. Is Ty having a good run right here in position number 2. Is going to see that white flag fly here in this one as Clifford Bellamy, Jeff Dickinson, Mama Bear coming in, showing the love. Tyler Scott, Shane Yates coming in with the likes and the shares. Cody McCoy, Ty Dickinson coming in, showing the love as well in this one. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that follow button. Is out in front, down at a quarter number 4, it's Shane Yates picking up heat race win number 2 on the evening. Ty Dickinson there in second. Scott Fergus there in third. Jesse Main, Stephen Burrow, Zachary J. Clark, and Casey Sawich, Big Bacon, they're rounding out the field here in heat race number 2. Once again, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if I'm slurring my words a little bit. I just had a tooth removed yesterday. I'm still trying to get used to it, still trying to learn how to talk, and my tongue's trying to learn where it needs to be, and that there's a hole there. So, and it's still very sore, so that part also is not helping very much. That part's not helping at all, and definitely a learning experience. If you ever have to get a tooth removed, my gosh, you don't want that. You don't want that. Oh my. Not the best of experiences, that is for certain. You definitely don't want to be there. You don't want to have to do that. Definitely not a way to spend, $400 or $500 either. You definitely don't want to be spending that kind of money just to have, a tooth removed. That money could be used for so many other good, useful things. And now I just feel weird with a tooth gone there, and just, it's going to drive me crazy all night long. I can feel the stitches, and I can feel everything, and it's so weird. It's so weird. Even just talking normally just seems weird now. I don't know what it is. It's killing me. It's killing me on the inside, Chad. I'm telling you. As we get a look at these drivers out here on the racetrack, they're going to get ready to rock and roll. They're going to get ready to be set loose. As our A main feature event going to come up here in just a few more moments. Zach Clark out there on the racetrack. He's going to take it into the pit lane here, get some work done to his car. See the 13 ride of Cody McCoy out there looking to get some good runs in here with that 13 ride in this final race. Not calling me Flipper anymore, I see. No, that was he only paid me for the one race, Carson, okay? He only paid me for the one race on Sunday. I had to do it, okay? I had to do it. Trust me, you can pay him back in the next one if you want. You come up with a nickname for him that's, something that's decent, that's not going to be crazy offensive or anything. I mean, I'm sure I could make some accommodations to Mitch's name too. Thank God, he says. Thank God. You see Shane Yates out there in that TNT Racing Premier Racing Setups ride. Casey Sawich out there as well. Big Bacon in that McConey Setup Shop number 27X ride. Tim Taylor looking good out there in the Memphis Grizzlies number 99 ride. Jesse Main out there as well in the 201 as look at this field stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Green flag racing here in just a few more moments. I'm going to get a quick drink into me. Maybe pop an Advil or two because I know that this is going to hurt in a quick hurry. And we'll get ready for our A main feature event here in just a few more moments here in this one. Woo! Baby! It's almost time for this A main feature event to get underway. John says, keep that tongue out of that hole. I know, right? That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part is trying to, keep my tongue from going into the, into the open spot where the tooth used to be and everything else. And then, I'm a smoker as well, so it's so hard not to smoke, and it's all falling apart for me, your chat. That's for certain. It's been a rough day and a half already. It's been a rough week. God. Alrighty, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here. Just a few more moments as these drivers loaded into the sim, ready to rock and roll, ready to go to battle here We'll see them jump out onto the racetrack, their final few laps, their final few moments out there on the racetrack here of practice. Ty Dickinson, Carson Cherry out there running together in the 5-6 graphics, Papa Mike Promotions, Quill Racing rides out there on the racetrack. So all these guys are going to be ready to rock and roll, ready to go green flag racing here in just a few more moments. We're going to be right back, chat.
Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Shit on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show? Well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose from the beautiful USA International Speedway. Starting on the pole in this one, our series champion in the Piggles Ayers iRacing Paints Mud Run. It is our champion, Joe DeVries, starting there on the pole position. To his outside in the TNT Racing number 11 ride, it's the premier racing setups machine of Shane Yates, starting there in position number 2. Starting in position number 3 is the Dirty South Speed Shop, Cocky Floyd Consulting. Number 5H, that is Chris Hill into his outside in the Quill Racing. It's the QPR, Papa Mike Promotions, Speed Ranch, Demon Speedworks, 67 ride. It's the 5-6 graphics machine of Ty Dickinson. Starting in position number 5 in the TNT Racing, number 88, that is Cody Ernest into his outside in the Main Motorsports. Number 266, that is Scott Burgess. Starting in position number 7 in the Quill Racing 5-6 graphics 226, that is Carson Cherry into his outside in the 201 is the Main Motorsports ride of Jesse Main. Starting in position number 9 on the racetrack, actually I do believe it's position number 9 goes to the 99 ride there. That's the TNT Racing ride of Tim Taylor. To his outside is TNT Racing teammate, the 45, Stephen Barrow. And then we see down the bottom side of row number 6, that's the 13 ride. It's the Health and Gaming machine of Cody McCoy. And to his outside in the 727 ride, that is the Race on Texas machine of Zachary J. Clark. And bringing up the rear of the field here in this A main feature event, it is the 27X, the McConey Setup Shop ride. That is Big Bacon, Casey Sawich back there in position number 13. Unfortunately, the 4 ride of Joey Brewer not out there on the racetrack here in this one, but we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as our A-Main is about to get underway. These drivers ready to rock and roll as the green flag up in the air, and they're going to power down this front straightaway into corner number 1 as the 327 ride jumping out of there like a rocket ship quickly. Joe DeVries out in front looking to run away with this one, but here comes the TNT Racing rider Shane Yates right there in position number 2. Ty Dickinson there in third as Sweet T Gang trying to work himself up towards the front of the racetrack, and a little bit of contact around goes Chris Hill. Chris Hill in the Dirty South Speed Shop, Speed Ranch, Conkey Floyd Consulting, KR1 Machine gonna go around here. Tim Taylor collected in that as well. You see the 5H gonna head down pit side and get some work done to this number 5 ride as we'll take a look back and see what happens here. There's a little bit of 3 wide. You see the 226 ride and Scott Burgess up into the outside wall there a little bit. They're gonna clear him, but down into corner number 3. Oh, looks like he might have got a little bit tight there. Gets a shot to the back bumper from Scott Burgess. And Scott just unfortunately gets in there a little bit too hot. Gets into his back bumper and helps this number 5 ride go around. But he seemed to get a little tight right there in the center of the corner. Have to check up a little bit. But the 226 ride was flying in there. And unfortunately, the Warrior Raps ride going to get in there, get a piece of him. Going to send him down into the inside wall. Nowhere to go there for Carson Cherry as he gets a big piece of that. Some good heads-up driving there from the 727 rider Zach Clark to avoid it. Unfortunately, Tim Taylor couldn't quite get out of the way quick enough, but we'll take a look back here. See what the 727 rider Zach Clark sees from the cockpit here as he made some quick moves to be able to jump up and avoid that spun around number 5 ride here on the racetrack. Unfortunately, Carson Cherry and Tim Taylor weren't quick enough to evade the spun out 5 ride. Boom, there you go. Some great driving right there. Zach was able to jump up to the middle side of the racetrack and avoid any serious contact. So we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. Zach Benise coming in, showing the love. What's good, Zach? Zach coming in, dropping the like on the stream. My boy Anthony Karp with the like and the share. Kathleen Larson coming in with that like. Braden Carter, Dakota Elliott, Michelle Cherry coming in, showing the love with the reactions. My boy Justin Hopkins coming in with that like as well. Carson Cherry with that like on the stream as well. Coming in, showing all the love. Mama Cherry says, let's go, Ty. Cheering on the Sweet Tea Gang ride there in position number 3 and says, let's go, Carson Cherry. Cheering on Carson out there in that 6th position as of right now as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. Papa Mike says, good job, Ty. A great run there in the heat race for that 67 ride and looking very, very strong here in this one as well as Sweet Tea Gang ride. Ty Dickinson right there in position number 2. A little bit of cat and mouse here, though, on the restart. I mean, Ty is okay, says Pricey Bear. Timmy, said Scott Frazier. What's good, Scott? Scott coming and showing the love. Bryce says Ty's okay. He's okay. He's looking pretty good here tonight. I'm not going to lie. That 67 ride hooked up here. Looking down low to maybe try to take this lead as they go 3 wide. Down into quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. They're looking to go 4 wide, but a big run here out of the 67 ride of Ty Dickinson as he's going to jump up and take this lead away. So we get a new race leader as Ty Dickinson now out in front. Here comes the 11 ride of Shane Yates and Carson Cherry. Cherry quickly up into second here. Cherry looking to jump up and make the move here around that 67 ride of Ty Dickinson for the race lead. So we may get another new race leader here. Is down at a quarter number 4. A big run there for Carson Cherry as he's going to jump up and take this lead away from Ty Dickinson. Shane Yates back there into third as Cody Ernest there in position number 4 and looking for more here as he works himself around the 11 right of Shane Yates. Seems like Yates and Joe DeVries are points champion there in the 327 ride. The Papa Mike Promotions Quill Racing Machine, the Speed Ranch ride. Sliding back here ever so slightly, but the battle's still on for the 2nd spot here in the championship. A little bit of contact, hang on to it. Jesse Main almost going around there. Here comes the 13 rider Cody McCoy into that battle. They all continue to duke it out here right now. Cody Ernest sitting 2 spots back behind Daisy Sawwich, Big Bacon for that 2nd place in the championship. The way they sit right now, Cody Ernest would jump up into position number 2 in the championship battle as he's worked himself, trying to work himself around the 67 rider Ty Dickinson. And Shane Yates right there in position number 4 and looking for more. Trying to jump up. He needs to gain, I do believe, 6 spots here on the racetrack over that number 27X ride to pick up either 2nd or 3rd place in this championship. So some good battles here for some good solid finishes in this championship. And unfortunately for Big Bacon, Casey Sawwich stuck back there in the 11th position. Would probably need a couple caution flags here to put himself back into contention on this one as the race on Texas 727 ride of Zach Clark right there in position number 10. He's got Stephen Burrow right there in front of him as Morrow right there in that 45 riding the TNT racing machine. A little bit of beaten up cars out there on the racetrack, some damaged vehicles out there as Tim Taylor going to make the move up and around. Casey Sawich here now for position number 11. So Memphis Grizzlies number 99 ride going to take that spot, but Big Bacon's going to battle back to make a little bit of contact there in the TNT Racing number 99 ride is going to slide back to that 12th position, move Casey back up into position number 11. Chris Hill, unfortunately, going around, bringing up that first caution flag after some unfortunate contact to his rear bumper. Finds himself here at the rear of the field as Joey Brewer has still yet to make it to the racetrack. So a tough break there for Joey Brewer and a tough break here for Chris Hill after having a good run in his heat race, a good effort out there at the start of this race, and unfortunately getting pushed to the back. And here he is just trying to keep the car pointing in the right direction, trying to maybe save some tires and have something at the end of this feature event. Is out in front, it's Carson Cherry continuing to lead the way. The bottom is crazy dominant here, if you can hit it right. If you can hit it right, the bottom side definitely is very, very dominant here. If you get that big run off, especially down at a corner number 4, you can find a ton of speed, a ton of momentum down there. Definitely something we'll have to look forward to as this racetrack progresses and maybe gets slicker and slicker. As right now, it's still very, very tacky. A lot of tackiness out there on the racetrack still for all these drivers. But right now, Carson Cherry leading the way here, showing these guys how to get it done. Cody Ernest right there in position number 2. Shane Yates there in position number 3 with Ty Dickinson in position number 4 and looking for more here. And that Papa Like Promotions, Speed Ranch, Demon Speedworks, Quill Racing, Sweet T-Gang, Peacemaker Gaming number 67 ride right there in position number 4. Jesse Main in the Main Motorsports 201 machine there in position number 5. As Cody McCoy right there behind him is the Helpton Gaming number 13 ride right there in position number 6 on the racetrack. Looking to have himself a big run as you see Scott Burgess working himself underneath of our champion here, the 327 ride of Joe DeVries. As DeVries unfortunately sliding back still some more here. It's the 226, Scott Burgess up into position number 7. Zach Clark working underneath of our champion, now up into position number 8 as Joe DeVries slides back to that 9th position, down 8 spots from where he started. But it doesn't really matter for him as he's going to pick up the championship no matter what. He's going to be crowned our champion here in the series. A big enough points lead throughout all these other weeks to be able to have this race is just a consolation prize for the 327 ride out there, just to go out there and have some fun and not have to worry about it. Is this open or fixed setups? Unfortunately, Chris, my boy, the series is just ending here this evening, but they will have another series up. I do believe it is going to be fixed setups. I don't think it's going to be open setups. So it will be, it will be open here. I think next week or the beginning of December, they're going to start recruiting for some more drivers for their next season at the beginning of the new year. So if you want, shoot me a message. I can shoot you the Discord info, and you can get in there and ask Big Bacon or any of these other drivers some questions and get everything figured out and get all the logistics of everything. As we see the caution flag come back out here in this one, looks like Chris Hill having some more issues in the 5H ride here, as Hill already with some pretty heavy damage here. Looks like he might have blown a right front tire here or something, or got up into the wall. There it is. Looks like he just gets up into the wall here. Looks like he's already into the wall here at this point too. He traveled for quite a while here. There we go. Now we'll see it. Just sends it in here a little bit too deep. Catches too much of the grass down the bottom side of corner number 1. Washes up the racetrack quickly and hard up into that outside fence. And ton of damage here for the 5H ride. And trying to get it limping around the racetrack. Unfortunately, you see that right front just absolutely weeble wobbling here. Sparks flying everywhere. This car has seen some better days and just will not turn. And unfortunately, trying to get it to wash down the racetrack here and trying to get out of the way of our race leaders here in just a little bit. Going to help bring out that caution flag as we're getting them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. We also saw Casey Sawich have some issues as well. Big Bacon here in that McConey setup shops, number 27X ride. Ooh, looks like he's going to lose the handle of it and get down into the inside fence there as well, and he's going to go around. Tough break there for Big Bacon as It's a little bit too much of the slick stuff, and fortunately he's going to go around here as well, and the caution flag going to come back out here for Casey. Comes in there, just hits that slick stuff, the rear end just bouncing around. Unfortunately, just couldn't catch it in time. Pancakes that inside wall and just kind of pulls him around, points him in the wrong direction, stop there on the racetrack, and that's going to bring up the caution flag as we'll stack him up, rack him up, get ready to go back to green flag racing as Carson Cherry out in front here. As the lights are turned off, the official iRacing pace truck, we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Carson Cherry out in front. Cody Ernest there in second. Ty Dickinson and Shane Yates there in third and fourth. Jesse Main, Cody McCoy bringing up row number 3. Then we see Scott Burgess and Zachary J. Clark there in row number 4. Joe DeVries and the 45 rider Stephen Barrow there in position number 9 and 10. Tim Taylor, Casey Sawich, Chris Hale rounding out the rest of the field here as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and back to green flag racing. Quickly, Carson Cherry onto the lap pedal, looking to try to run away with this one as the 226 ride out in front, trying to pull away from the rest of the field. Here comes Ty Dickinson up on the outside here, trying to make a move around the 88 rider, Cody Ernest. Ernest, though, will jump up and shut that door as Ty still working that middle group here, looking for some extra grip. Here comes Shane Yates down low on the bottom side as Yates looking to try to jump up and take position number 3 away from that 67 machine. Right now, the 11 rider Shane Yates and the 88 rider Cody Ernest trying to jump up and leapfrog Casey Sawich, Big Bacon for the transfer, for the second spot in the championship. Unfortunately, Casey getting tied up here again down the backstretch. Him and the TNT Racing number 45 rider Stephen Burrow getting tied together. No caution flag as of yet. They're going to keep on rolling here. Some pretty good damage there to both of those rides, but out in front, it's Carson Cherry continuing to lead the way. Carson out in front, Cody Ernest there in second. Here comes Shane Yates, Cody McCoy, and Ty Dickinson rounding out our top 5. Sweet Tea Gang ride right there in position number 5. Jesse Main right there behind him. His teammate in the Main Motorsports number 266 rider Scott Burgess to his inside. And we see Zach Clark in that Race on Texas 727 ride there in 8th position. He's got our champion. He's already locked in that championship here, just making it to the racetrack this evening. That is that 327 ride, getting some beating and banging, bumps and bruises here. Down into corner number 3 is him and Zach Clark duke it out against each other here in this one as the 5-6 Graphics, Quill Racing, Speed Ranch, Cocky Floyd Consulting 327 ride of Joe DeVries has already picked up that championship. You see Tim Taylor rounding out our top 10 right there behind him. Carson Cherry, though, out in front, but here comes Shane Yates as Yates looking down to the inside. This is the dogfight here at the front of the field as these laps continue to get clicked down lap after lap after lap. We do see one driver turned around here on the bottom side of corner number 3, and the caution flag is going to fly. That is our champion in the QPR. That's the Quill Performance Racing number 327, our champion here in that 5-6 Graphics Populate Promotions ride. Joe DeVries, who's going to go around here. Saw some beating and bang between him and Zach Clark. We'll see if that continues down here in corner number 3 as I think he gets into the 727 a little bit. Zach Clark has to check up. The 327 ride has to check up, and unfortunately Tim Taylor is going to get a piece of that left rear quarter panel of Joe DeVries, and that's going to spin him around and bring that caution flag back out with him stopped there on the racetrack. This is a series of unfortunate breaks there in corner number 3 and 4 as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. Steve Cherry Jr. coming in with that like and the share on the stream. Justin Ward coming in with that heart reaction. Bryce Dickinson with that heart reaction. Andrew Christensen coming in, hitting that like. My boy Chris Muse, Mr. Muse coming in, showing the love with that thumbs up as well, coming in, showing the love here in this one. Seems self-inflicted. It might have been self-inflicted there. I don't know. It was a little bit of everyone just having a little bit of fun out there on the racetrack and playing a little bit of bumper cars out there down in 3 and 4, and unfortunately a little bit too much bump and not enough car, and unfortunately going around there. All right, so we'll stack them up, rack them up, get ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. So laps counting down in a quick hurry, this time by the start-finish line. We're going to see 9 more laps left to go as the green flag back out into the air here at the beautiful USA International Speedway. Carson Cherry out in front, but here comes Shane Yates right there in second. Yates in position number 2 here in that TNT Racing Premier Racing setups. Number 11 ride, but he's got his teammate Cody Ernest right there behind him. It's the 88 ride trying to jump up into position number 2, trying to keep that 11 ride there behind him. In this one, as Shane Yates and Cody Ernest both with an opportunity here to jump up and leapfrog that 27X ride of Casey Sawwish. Big Bacon here for second and third in the championship. It looks like Big Bacon gonna have some issues. He's gonna go around there in corner number 2, and that's gonna bring the caution flag back out here. A tough break here for that 27X ride as McConey Setup Shops. 27 of Big Bacon, just we saw him do the same thing earlier. So unfortunately the rear end kicks out on him. He tries to catch it, unfortunately not quick enough. Gets down into the grass, into that inside wall, and it just kind of pulls him into it. Unfortunately, tears that whole left front all apart, and he just tries to hang on to it. And takes it down pit side here with some pretty heavy damage here on the front end of that Big Bacon ride here. As you see him just, unfortunately gets into that inside wall and just kind of glues him to it and just tears that front end apart, and a tough break right there for Casey Sawwish as we see him down pit side now. Well, 8 wheels sometimes turn better than 4, so don't blame him for trying. Sometimes, sometimes, that's true. That's true, Brycey Bear. That's true. Sometimes 8 wheels definitely turn better than 4. We've seen it in real life. We've seen it in iRacing. I'm sure we'll see it time and time again out here in this one. Steve Cherry Jr. coming in with another share, as well as this field stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in this one. Once again, I do apologize if it sounds like I'm slurring my words or anything else. I just had a tooth pulled yesterday. I'm still trying to figure out how to talk. I'm still dealing with the pain of having the tooth pulled and the stitching and everything else that's in there right now. So bit of a learning experience trying to kind of learn how to talk again. I feel like a toddler and can only eat soft food right now, just like baby food. So I feel like, a little bit born again here as Carson Cherry. Born again here on this restart as he's going to hit that hammer down and try to run away with this one. He's got Shane Yates right there behind him as Yates tries to send it in right there to his back bumper. Unfortunately, a good run, though, out of corner number 2 for that 226 of Carson Cherry. Cherry looking to try to pick up the checkered flag here this evening. Shane Yates right there in position number 2. Cody Ernest there in third. Cody McCoy there in position number 4. And looking for more as the Sweet Tea Gang ride. The Speed Ranch Papa Mike Promotions machine of Tyne Dickinson rounding out our top 5 has Jesse Main and Zach Clark right there to his back bumper as Clark looking underneath that 201 ride as the Brinks on Texas machine trying to work himself even closer to the front of the field right now. Not the hard charger, but he's only 1 spot out of that position here as he's now going to make that move under the 201 ride of 6 spots. Same with Carson Cherry here. Actually, Cody McCoy with the hard charger as of right now. Cody McCoy up 7 spots on the racetrack, having himself a wild run here on the evening. Scott Burgess there in position number 8 on the racetrack is the 266 ride. There in 8th, and then you see Tim Taylor in that Memphis Grizzlies TNT Racing number 99 ride there in position number 9 and bringing up the rear of the field here of drivers still on the racetrack. That is our champion, Joe DeVries, in that 327 ride, trying to keep that car looking pretty out there for the 5-6 Graphics, Pump Mike Promotions, Speed Ranch, Cocky Floyd Consulting. Number 327 ride is Joe DeVries out in this championship battle here as he's already picked up that championship. Doesn't have to contend with anybody here tonight, but right now you see a little bit of a battle brewing here between TNT Racing teammates as Shane Yates trying to jump up, maybe gain this win, maybe gain a couple spots over that 88 ride of Cody Ernest as they're going to battle it out here, I do believe now for the second and third spot in the championship with Casey Sawich off the racetrack there in that 27 ride back in position number 11. It's going to come down to Shane Yates and Cody Ernest for that second and third spot here in the championship, unless if something happens to them and they fall down in right there into that 10th position with Casey Sawich, but we'll have to wait and see how that one plays out. Shane Yates there in position number 1 now. Cody Ernest looking to his inside. Carson Cherry looking up to his outside, looking for a big run here off of corner number 4. We're going to see that white flag fly, so one more time around here for Shane Yates. Yates late in this race jumped up, took this lead back, and tried to run away with it. Is down at a corner number 2. He's going to head down for the final time here into corner number 3. Nice and easy at a corner number 4. You see Carson Cherry getting wound up here on the high side, looking for a big run down this front straightaway, but it's going to come up a little too short as the checkered flag has been displayed, and it's Shane Yates picking up the race win here this evening. Yates coming home, picking up the checkered flag. Carson Cherry right there in position number 2, and Cody Ernest coming home in position number 3. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our finale winner, the 11 ride, the TNT Racing Premier Racing Setups number 11 ride of Shane Yates as he picks up the championship, or not the championship, picks up the win here in second place, possibly in the championship. As I know it was tight between him and Cody Ernest and Casey Sawich. We'll have to wait and see how all the official standings play out here, but possibly Yates and Ernest leapfrogging that 27X ride, a big bacon for that second and possibly third position here in the championship battle. We'll have to see how that all plays out. And Carson Cherry right there in position number 2 as well, having a great run in that 226 ride as we'll get ready to pull our top 3 up into the broadcast booth here for their post-race interviews. Woo! What a run, what a race. Last to 4th, not bad, not a bad night. Not a bad night at all, Cody. Not a bad night at all, Mr. McCoy. Good job, guys, says Michelle Cherry. That was a great race, a great run right there. Mama Bear says, way to go, Carson. That was a great race for Carson. It was a great race there for a lot of these guys, man. We saw some great racing there, some great side-by-side battles and everything else. Some 2 wide, 3 wide out there on the racetrack. That was a ton of fun. These guys put on a great show here for us to finish off the finale here for the Piggles Ayers iRacing Paints Mud Run here this evening. These guys put on a absolute show for us, an absolute racing clinic out there on the racetrack, and we'll get ready to pull in Mr. Yates here for his post-race interview. Hey Shane, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, man.
Shane, my boy, a great run, a great race, a little bit of a late put together race here for all of you guys, and a little bit of a replay from last week as we saw, obviously, you know, Big Bacon missed it and a lot of you other guys raced it. We decided we'd jump back in here, rerun that championship night, and it's going to possibly pay off here for you with the win. And Cody Ernest, your teammate, a couple spots back there behind you, maybe being able to leapfrog, you know, Casey Sawich, but also maybe being able to leapfrog your teammate to jump up into position number 2 here in the championship.
Yeah, I looked at it a while ago. It was really close by like 1 point, like the top, you know, from 2nd to 5th. Yeah, I figured it'd be like, and I mean, I still might not get it because it's, you know, it's so close. And I mean, Cody's just what, in 3rd. So I'd say Cody still might end up beating me. So might end up finishing 3rd.
Absolutely, but nonetheless, a great way to finish off the series here, parking that TNT Racing ride up here in the victory lane at USA International Speedway. Man, take us back through this one as we saw you jump up, lead some laps early, looked really, really strong. Then we saw, you know, some great runs here by some other drivers jumping up into the battle there, making some runs for the win, making some runs for some, leading some laps. We saw, you know, Cody Ernest, obviously your teammate up there, Carson Cherry. We saw, you know, Ty Dickinson right up there in the mix, you know, running with some of the best of the business there. You guys duked it out for a lot of laps here, side by side, 2 wide, 3 wide there for a little bit, and eventually you end up picking up that extra little bit of speed. You find your way back up towards the front of the field and park that number 11 right up here in victory lane.
Yeah, there at the end, we was like 3 wide, and I knew Cody was fast on the bottom, and I heard him down there. It really wouldn't tell me that he was down there, but I heard him down there. So I was like, man, I got to stay in the middle. And truthfully, I wouldn't have went to the middle until he made me go to the middle. And the actual middle of the track was the fastest. So it paid off for me, and I ended up coming out the win. Cherry, he was really hard to pass. He stayed clean for the most part. It was a good race.
Absolutely. A lot of great racing action. You guys duked it out there for so many laps. And at the end of it, once the dust settled, you park it up here in victory lane. Shane, who would you like to thank for such a great run and great drive here this evening?
Thank my teammates over at TNT Motorsports. Them guys over there, Tim, Cody, Steven, bunch of them. There's quite a few of us. Thank all them guys. And I want to thank Casey for putting the league on, you for broadcasting.
Absolutely. Don't forget your other sponsors as well, Shane. You might want to shout those out as well as Mr. Rich Murtaugh up in the chat right now, coming in with the big 500-star dono as well, coming in crazy. But obviously, Shane always wanted to shout out your main sponsor on the car.
Yeah, I forgot that. I had a brain fart. Yeah, Premier Racing Setups, them guys over there. I wouldn't be as fast as I am without them guys, especially in the late models. Late models, I've slowed down the street stocks quite a bit, just because I'm mostly in late models, and I've been winning some races here in the late models, so them guys helped me out a whole lot.
Absolutely. Well, Shane, a great race and a great run here in this one. I'm not sure. I don't know if I've seen the flyer or not, but are we going to see the 11 ride in the Gobbler here next week?
Yeah.
Woohoo, baby. Well, I'll be up in the broadcast booth cheering you on, and can't wait to see you out there running and gunning with some of the best in the business in that one, and good luck to you in that race. But Shane, a great run, a great race here tonight. You parked the 11 right up here in victory lane. Hopefully we'll see the same of that here in another week or so with the prelims, and then obviously the Gobbler as well.
I just want to make the show. There's some tough guys in that race. So if you can just make the show, you're doing really good.
Absolutely. Just making that show, being part of the what is it? I think they take 40 cars to the second night, so being part of that would be absolutely amazing, and then being able to make it into that A main feature event, that's creme de la creme right there, brother. And you're racing with some of the best of the business that have ever really been on iRacing. So definitely be a good goal for you to be able to reach, and I'm sure after some good runs like this and building up that momentum, I'm sure we'll see you up there ready to duke it out and contend and have a good opportunity at doing that.
Yeah, we'll try, bub.
Beauty, Shane. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and congratulations again on picking up the race win here this evening, and possibly the second or third place here in the championship in the Piggles Ayers iRacing Paints Mud Run.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, the 11 rider Shane Yates. A huge shout out again. My boy, Rich Murtaugh, coming in with the 500-star dono, coming in, setting it off here in this one. Absolutely insane, Rich. Rich coming in, showing the love, says, hey, my man from Hollywood. Rich, don't rub it in too much, brother, okay? I just had a tooth pulled yesterday, so the 500 stars definitely very appreciative. It helps go towards what I had to pay to get a tooth yanked out yesterday, and I'm trying to learn how to live with it right now, and it's very sore. It's very, very tender. I can tell you it that much, ladies and gentlemen. It's definitely very, very sore. Tomorrow is going to be a very rough day for me, so bear with me here in this one. But Rich coming in, sending it off. Racing Jason Fontaine. Jason coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream as well. Says, what a race. What a race right there, Racing Jason. Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski. Ty says, congrats to Shane Yates. Big run right there for Mr. Yates. As we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher, or second place driver, Carson Cherry, here in this one in the 226 ride, picking up 5 positions on the racetrack. Oh, so close to picking up the checkered flag. Coming up 1 spot short, though, and parking that 226 ride here in position number 2. My boy Rich Murtaugh coming in, dropping that like on the stream as well. Mitch Maynard says, I'm at work. I missed the whole dang thing. But good job, Flipper. Good seeing that 226 on the podium. Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski. A good run right there for Flipper out there on the racetrack. We'll get him up here for his post-race interview right now. Hey, Flipper. It's Aaron up here on the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
What's up, man?
Not much, Carson, my boy. A great run, a great race here for you in this one. Looked like for a little while you were going to run away with it and maybe pick up the checkered flag. Unfortunately, there with a late race restart, Shane Yates was able to find something, find a way around you, and unfortunately come up one spot short of the checkered flag here in this one.
Yeah, it kind of really sucks, but I mean, I threw everything I had at it, and without having a setup, a stock iRacing setup, for me to come out and get second, that really means a lot to me. Like, it means I'm actually trying.
Absolutely. The car looked very, very good out there. You look very under control with it, and running with some of the best in the business. A lot of very, very fast, talented drivers, and being able to run, door to door with them lap after lap after lap, and just some good, hard, fun, clean racing out there on the racetrack. Had to be a lot of fun out there for yourself.
Oh, it was a ton of fun. Seeing Shane run up to me on the door a couple laps in a row, I was like, all right, this is gonna be a good show, and I'm glad it was me and him as the show. It was a really good show.
Absolutely. You throw Cody Ernest in there as well, as the three guys duked it out there late in this one. Even Cody McCoy working himself throughout the field there and trying to jump up into that battle for the top three. But you guys put on a great show and a great race here for us all evening long. You look back through this race, we saw some good 2-wide, 3-wide, even a little bit of 4-wide racing there. You throw in, some great talented drivers like Zach Clark, Joe DeVries, our champion here in the series. You throw in, Ty Dickinson, Tim Taylor, a lot of these good drivers that have been around for a while and won a lot of races and have done a lot of great things here on the sim. It's got to feel pretty good to, have almost all of them back there behind you except for one here tonight.
Oh, yeah, and it means so much more, considering this is my first league race, besides the two fat guys in League of Outlaws race that I've been in since I've moved up here. And to know that it's finally coming together and I'm getting back to where I was, it just means a lot to me.
Absolutely. I love to hear that, brother. I love to hear that things are getting back into order here for you. You're trying to get your feet back under you here, and another good run like this, and hopefully some momentum being built for the future for that 226 ride. And hopefully we'll see you back up here at the broadcast booth more and more, maybe up here in victory lane yourself. But Carson, who would you like to thank for such a great run and such a strong performance here this evening?
First of all, I want to thank my mom and dad. I know my mom's watching still, and I miss her every day. I gotta thank my dad, because he's the one who got me into this, and this whole iRacing thing was his idea whenever COVID shut down. Ty, because he's always been there, even whenever I have my moments, he's always been the one to pick me up. John, because he's taken a chance on me so many times, and I'm just trying to prove to him that I can drive. And Mitch, for two fat guys, and the brand that me and him are building. And 5-6 for giving me an amazing looking car. And that's basically it. Thank you.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Carson, a great run and a great drive here tonight in that 226 ride. As you park it up on the front stretch here in position number 2. Hopefully we'll see you back out here on the racetrack very soon. Maybe this Sunday coming up, and maybe one spot better and up in victory lane yourself.
Yes, sir. I'll try my hardest.
Beauty, Carson. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, Carson Cherry. Carson coming home here in position number 2. What a run, what a drive there out of that 226 rise. We're going to get ready to pull in our third place finisher, the 88 of Cody Ernest. Is Cody coming home here in position number 3. We're going to get the 88 ride up here for his post-race interview. Hey, Cody, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Cody, my boy, another good run, another good race here as you get the 88 ride up towards the front of the field. You lead a few laps here. Unfortunately, your teammate Shane Yates was able to find himself a way around you, and so did Carson Cherry there late in this race as the 226 ride and the 11 ride were super fast here late in this race. You were right there with him, though, trying to figure something out down on the bottom side to find a hold, to find a way, to find a run, to jump up and get around him here. And your hopes of trying to get that second spot here in the championship. I know it was really tight there between you and Shane Yates and Casey Sawedge. I'm not sure how the official standings played out for that, but gave yourself a good run and a good opportunity here to, leapfrog another spot and move up here in the championship battle.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun race. From the beginning, it was like I felt like me and Carson checked out, and then the cautions came out and everything. But then Shane was right there. Like me and him and Carson were just battling back and forth the whole race. I think that was one of the best races that we had the whole time in this in the league. And it was great. I liked it, enjoyed it.
Absolutely, man. A lot of fun out there on the racetrack. Looked like you guys were really enjoying yourselves. We saw some drivers moving around, going, forward and, backwards and forwards and backwards, and a lot of good competitors right up there inside the top 5 here, duking it out. We saw some good 2-wide, 3-wide, 4-wide battles up there. When you look back and you see, Tim Taylor moving up through the field, Ty Dickinson having a really good run up there inside the top 3 for quite a while. Cody McCoy working up there, Jesse Main, and a lot of other good drivers throughout this evening, having some good runs, maybe not getting the finishes they needed there at the end, but definitely having a good time and some great battles out there on the racetrack, giving you guys a run for your money here in this one for all the championship battles that were going on, as well as the racing for the evening.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna cause a big pileup at the one time when we went 3 wide. I didn't really know Shane was down underneath me. And then I was pinched in the middle, and Carson hit off the outside. And it was like me and Shane was just pushing him down. And I thought we were just going to, all 3 of us, just wipe out. But we ended up just saving it and keep rolling.
Absolutely able to balance it back together. And everyone kept it pointing in the right direction here. And you all finish it off in a great fashion as Shane coming home with the win, your teammate there, a couple spots in front of you, but man, still a great run here for yourself, Cody, as you come home in position number 3 here in the season finale of the Piggles Ayers iRacing Paints Mud Run here. Cody, who would you like to thank for not only a great run this evening, but a great run all season long?
I'd like to thank you for putting this on. I'd like to thank Bacon for the league. I'd like to thank TNT and all my teammates over there. Flow Vision for sponsor me, and Always Racing. They're always on board too. And yeah, that's about it.
Beauty. Well, Cody, congratulations on a great run, a solid top 3 finish, and possibility at coming home with the the second spot here in the championship.
Thank you, man.
Beauty. Cody, enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our 3rd place finisher here on the evening, our 3rd place driver, Cody Ernest, coming home here in that 3rd spot as we'll get ready to pull in Big Bacon himself. I see him up here in the interview room. We're going to pull him up, see if he has any words he wants to throw in there, or maybe clarify some of the official results here for the championship. But we'll pull Big Bacon up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Casey, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir. How we doing?
Not too bad, Casey, my boy. Is there anything you would like to add here at the end of the broadcast, man, after, such a great series and so many great runs and so many great drives out there for all these cars? Is there anything you'd like to add in here late in this broadcast, thanking the sponsors or maybe clarifying some of the official standings here for the championship?
Well, first and foremost, the fans, right? Got to give hats off to them for watching. And secondly, you, sir, Peacemaker Gaming, putting the broadcast in. Much appreciated there. Wow, those last few laps, 3 wide. I was just talking to Shane Yates. We had another driver, that 226 that came back, just moved from Texas to Ohio in college. Like, that was amazing. So this was a test. So inaugural season number 1 for Piggles Ayers iRacing Paints Mud Run. just to test everything out, see what's going on, to help like myself and other racers in the real world to see if we can incorporate iRacing Simulator to real life tactics. And so far, I don't know about everybody else, but my second race ever in real life, brother, we got 10th. I mean, that helped out a lot. So, in the month of December, what we're going to be doing is recruitment racing for season number 2. Broadcasted by yours truly, Peacemaker Gaming. Sponsors are lined up. They've been waiting, including should be design and graphics, Ayers iRacing Paints, McConey Setup, Shop LLC, of course, Big Bacon Gaming, HRH Motorsports. I'm excited. I think we have it set for the first Sunday of January. Of course, me and Peacemaker Gaming got to collaborate there, but I think we did pretty good for season number 1.
Absolutely, brother. Season number 1, definitely a good one here. We saw, a lot of great racing, a lot of different drivers, different faces coming in, showing, some good speed, some good runs out there. We saw some craziness unfold as well throughout all these races. I look back throughout some of the ones that I've done here once I got into the series. You look at Port Royal was a pretty crazy one. I feel like I-55 was a crazy good race as well. And we've seen so many of these other races just, coming right down to the final lap or two. And these drivers duking it out door to door, nose to tail, just right there against each other, trying to figure out a way to get around each other. Using that chrome bumper as well to help, maybe move a position ahead or two throughout the evening.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, a good test of the season. But again, big shout out to you, sir, for making it fun, making, everyone come together, rooting on their favorite drivers, etc. Season 2, woo! I can't wait for it to go. Sir, I appreciate you. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, Thanksgiving for me was a month and a half ago, so have a good Thanksgiving for yourself. I'm Canadian, so I don't have to worry about Thanksgiving this late in the year.
Well, we're a little jealous. You got the little pumpkin pie, the turkey a little bit early, but we got you. We got you in the backside, but hopefully you get a little bit of rest there. We know you're a busy man. If you haven't checked out everybody, Peacemaker Gaming, check them out.
Beauty, Casey, Big Bacon, my boy, have yourself a wonderful rest of your evening, and congrats on a well-run season, and we can't wait for season number 2 to get underway.
You too. Take care, y'all.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there. Big Bacon coming in, showing the love here for some of the sponsors and everyone else, all the fans in the stands, all these drivers for coming in, showing the love and driving and having some good fun out there week in, week out. Johnny Nolan coming in, dropping that like on the stream. Tim Taylor coming in with that heart reaction. Mitch Maynard coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction as well. My boy Jonathan Easterwood coming in with that like on the stream as well. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it there on that note. I am sore AF. I didn't think I would be that sore after calling a broadcast, but man, having that tooth ripped out yesterday and just having the stitches in there now, and haven't really done a whole lot of talking, just the odd conversation or anything else, and really not having to put a whole lot of emphasis into anything or really any emotion into, what I was saying, just having a regular conversation's one thing compared to doing what we're doing here, which is broadcasting and making things more exciting, and, everything else is, it's pretty sore. I'm going to have to pop a few Tylenol and maybe throw some ice onto it or something and lay down and take a little bit of a nap here for the rest of the night. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Absolutely amazing race, absolutely amazing show, man. You guys put on a great run here for us, all the drivers, and then huge thank you to all the fans in the stands tuning in, showing the love with the likes, the comments, the shares, the star senders, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, and any of the new followers or subscribers here on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker Crew. I appreciate each and every one of you guys and welcome you all to the Peacemaker family. Unfortunately, we're going to call it there on that note. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank y'all for tuning in. Peace and love, baby. Peace and love, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What a run. What a race. What a night right there, man. That was a heck of a race. Heck of a race right there, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. Look back, cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today.